You already know what it is. You already know what it do. One time for the fan, we are back. A little bit late tonight, but don't worry about it. We're going to have a good time. Still celebrating that victory. It's victory week for us. Don't know about y'all. But you already know what it is, man. Chase, Boo Man, Bodie's climbing to the top of the Bell South Tower, trying to get that internet restored. We'll talk to you about it in a minute. One time for the fan. Yes, sir. One time for the fan. We are back. We talking Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. A little bit late tonight. But you know what it is, man. Most of y'all been here before. If you're new here, welcome. I'm your host, Jack Spade. Got my homie, Boo Man Shouting. Co-host one time for the fan. Chase is in the building. Co-host one time for the fan. What? Bodie? Anybody seen Bodie? Wait, hold on.
Bodie,
man.
You made it back down. You made it back down from the tower and flew down I-20 that quick.
Chase, Chase, I told you. I told you, Chase. When you do my cable, you got to do it right. Okay? you got my coaxes going all kind of crazy.
Them squirrels nesting up there, man.
Flip, he had to go feed that hamster. He stopped running.
One time for the fan. Had a little technical difficulty. StreamYard was on some shit tonight. But
boo-boo. I don't know what's wrong with this shit. I'm sorry.
It is what it is. But guess what, Falcon fans? We back. You know we're talking Falcons football. You know it's Wednesday. So we got a lot to talk about. Everybody's in the chat. We're gonna get straight to it. Boo Man shouted. Glad to see you back, Chase Bodie. Boo Man, Chase, we was all at the game on Sunday. How was y'all week? How's everything been since the game? We've been talking in the chat and everything, but it's good to catch up with y'all right here on the podcast. What's up, man?
Chilling, man. Doing good. Trying to get this voice back from Sunday, man. It's slowly coming back.
Right. That's number one.
That is true.
Just got sober 2 hours ago.
Hell yeah.
And Bodie, to see you. You still got your 819 face on. Everything all right, man?
I was say, get your internet joke out. I almost said something else. Nah, we good. My voice ain't back either. So it's how live we were. That's how we do it.
Falcon fans, if you didn't know, we was at the game on Sunday. Had a great time. Lit. I'm talking about from the first quarter, Chase, to the fifth quarter. Not the fourth quarter, the fifth quarter. Even after the game, you know how to get a little lit. But yeah, we was definitely having a good time. Falcons pulled away with another home win, right?
Nice.
Back-to-back home wins for the Falcons. You're 2-1 at home this year. Should have been 3-0. You know what I'm saying? But you're 2-1 at home this year, and you got the Panthers coming up, at home soon, and that should be another win. So Falcon fans, pack out the bins. Hashtag pack out the bins. We need y'all in there. Rise up. Let's get straight to it. We went over some things on Sunday. Falcons beating the 49ers. Looking at the schedule, I mean, every game is winnable. That is true. But going into the season, first couple of weeks, you heard the stats, you heard the rankings, you heard the league leaders and everything, team-wise. Boo man, going into the game, real quick, we just go around the table. Going into the game, were you worried about the Falcons versus the 49ers?
I mean, truthfully, yes, because 49ers on a hot streak and they had a run game. So I thought that we'll be pressured when it comes to running the ball. But like I said, it was in a hot streak. They got a good defense. So I mean, I was worried because at that time I still didn't know where my team was, you know. So we had a lot of close games, but to see us get one and pull one off, little blowout fashion was pretty good. So I was worried because we had a lot of close games this year, and San Fran was on. Like I said, it was on tear, and I mean statistics, you know, was against us.
Yeah,
that is true. And then after the game, how did you feel?
Inebriated. But after the game, I was actually satisfied because I felt like I think we posted it the other day. Everybody picked us to lose every week, you know. So to see us go out there and actually fight, and not just fight, you know, fighting is, you know, coming out to a field goal. You know, we pulled it off. So I was excited because, you know, now everybody's on the bandwagon. You know, now everybody wants to see the Falcons play. You know, so we're getting a little bit more respect. So I like the respect more than anything, and I like to win. Anytime you get a win, no turnovers. It's good for us. So I like it. I like what we're going into the week with. So,
well, speaking about that bandwagon, I mean, the train's gonna get longer. You beat the Bengals on Sunday. You really have a chance to wake the NFL up by beating the Bengals on Sunday because I know it's 2 NFL teams is going to play, just like, you know, a bunch of other teams is going to play on Sunday. But a lot of people are going to look at the game and say, Falcons 3-3, pulled off a nice little win against the 49ers. Run game seems to be pretty good. Offensive line is working well. Bengals, Super Bowl team last year, still can't really. I mean, they beat the Saints on Sunday, which is good. We don't like them. But the Bengals are still a decent team. The Falcons have to find ways to put up points, which I'm sure they will. They've been doing it pretty well this season. But you have a tough game on Sunday again. And going back to the last time we had a chance for the you know, to take first in the division, we had the Bucs. Which, you know, for some fans was like, man, why can't we get the Texans or the Jets or the damn Jags or somebody? We had to get the Bucs. Tough game there. Now we have another opportunity to take the division, and we got the Bengals. Another tough game. So if the Falcons can pull this out, this would be great. But this is an opportunity for the Falcons to wake up the NFL by beating the Bengals. Chase, Bodie, you guys agree? Waking up the NFL right now by beating the Bengals?
Most absolutely. Yeah,
I mean, you just, you know, beating them. I wouldn't say, you know, we got to go to their house. So beating them in their house would really get people on our. I mean, we're starting to slowly get people. I can tell that they're really taking us seriously. But tried to tell these folks we weren't just straight trash. Like we thought we just gonna come out and just lay down there for everybody. But they had to see it, and now we're getting love. We get ESPN love. But you know what? I don't care about none of that shit because they wasn't with it before. And we here now, and shit, we knew this all along. We knew this all year. So. Fuck.
They counting us out, Falcon fans. You know how the media do. Into the chat, you know the chat's always lit. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Tell your Falcons friends, tell your Falcons family. You know we talking Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. One time for the fan YouTube, one time for the fan Facebook, Spotify. I don't know, a whole bunch of one time for the fan going on around here. Sean's in the chat. Said, "What's up, guys? Drop that bass." Yeet. Get some, you know what it is. Justin Newman's in the chat. Ready for Cincinnati this weekend, Justin. You know we are.
Good, Justin. You already know.
Good, Justin.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Stevie Craig's in the chat. Said, "Rise up."
Rise up.
Good, Jalen.
That boy Jalen Jones in the chat. Said, "Rise up." Dan Burst is in the chat. Consistency equals playoffs. What about that Foreman bowling, Dan Burst? What does that equal?
Retirement.
Hey, my boy Dan, we got to bring him out on Tuesdays, boo man. You know, I'm trying to get him out there, but I told him them boys out there bowling 200, 190.
That's different.
180.
different.
Under.
Let me tell you something.
It's
What
different.
game did we have earlier this year? Somebody bowled what 212 or 220. The other person bowled like 216.
I bowled like a 207 and lost.
Yeah, you bowled 207 and
Damn.
lost. So that lets y'all know what the competition looking like when you come out there, and we drinking.
I think I came in third actually.
Sheesh,
But yeah,
it's a crazy day, especially when our remaining schedule without it possibility could be wiped from us. So if you don't know about the remaining schedule, PFF has rated it off stats and player performance and efficiency and shit. They said the Falcons have the easiest schedule going forward.
I mean, the Bucks is like right under us, so I mean, we still gonna be fighting.
And
we can't just drop games. So
Yeah.
I mean, they get the easiest, but I'm pretty sure people look at us on the schedule and say, "Hey, that's an easy opponent." So I'm not even really going by that because we were marked as one of the teams to beat on everybody's schedule
for a lot of teams.
And then another thing I was gonna say, that's a little downplay because some of those teams that are deemed easy are just in slumps, and we know what they really are. Like they can really ball. So like the Ravens, they real down right now, but we know what they can do, and we can't get caught slipping against teams like that. So, I mean, even the team we face this week, it's still some time in the season. Halfway to the season, things are starting to level out, and they'll get right. So, you got to keep our eyes open.
Got a lot of people here in the chat talking about Falcons football. We love talking Falcons football with y'all. Shout out to James, Kyle, T-Bone is in the chat. LaMarcus is in the chat. Dan Burst, you know what it is. Speaking of what we're talking about right now, I mean, let's go around the league. Hell, let's go around the NFC South before we get to Falcons Bengals talk. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend in the NFC South. Something that we really haven't spent too much time on when we do the podcast here. We don't really care too much about them. We focus on the Falcons, but now after a big win over the 49ers, you got a lot of people talking about that, that word that starts with the letter P, those playoffs, and there's a big opportunity for the Falcons here. And I'm not jumping the gun here. It was 3-3, but I understand the remaining schedule. I had already called this before the season started that we were a playoff team. Mm-hmm. I think OZ.
You definitely called it. They didn't answer too.
Yep. OZ followed behind me saying the same thing when he came out with his report. This is definitely a playoff team. And then Pitts said the same thing over the summer that this is definitely a playoff team. So the Falcons believe. Falcon fans, you need to believe. You think these players right now at 3-3 is looking like, oh man, what about that draft pick? Fuck the draft pick.
Yeah.
Go out there and get it. Carolina sitting over there like, what about that draft pick? Lose by 30.
Yeah.
They for real tanking.
Yeah. Saints about a game away from
trash.
Going around the league or the NFC South for this weekend, there's a lot going on that even for the Falcons with a win, I mean, you're moving up that ladder. It looks good. With a loss, you're still in the runnings. You're still in the runnings, Falcons fans. So check this out, though. Yeah. Falcons Saints, Chase. Tomorrow night, Amazon Prime. Falcons. What the fuck? Cardinals Saints. Been drinking that T-Dews. Cardinals Saints in Arizona tomorrow night. 2-4 versus 2-4. Cardinals just traded for Robbie Anderson. We play the Cardinals on New Year's here at the Benz. Aints lucky win over us week 1.
I think D-Hop back too.
D-Hop, I believe, is back too as well. Aints at 2-4. Playing the Cardinals, primetime video. A couple players back for the Cardinals. Made a trade to get Robbie Anderson. Got him up out of Carolina. Carolina's they're I don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to playing football. But I tell you, when it comes to an organization, it's time to sell the team. It's time to sell the team.
I think if you go up there now, they're giving away land too.
Shit. Chase, Bodie, Booman. Saints Cardinals tomorrow. I have the Cardinals winning that game, which puts the Saints now even deeper into the basement, going to 2-5. I love y'all guys' opinion. You know what I'm saying? When y'all come in here and bring the facts and talk football with us. But if you believe the Saints could win this game tomorrow, tell us. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the team, the roster, the stats, 2-4 versus 2-4. What do y'all think? Bodie? I think the Cardinals can win with a win tomorrow. What you think?
Man, I mean, Cardinals got the talent. We've been seeing it on paper. I mean, little Kyler Murray out there with his little penguin feet out here just waddling. I think they can beat them. I don't think the Saints are particularly good. They hyping up what's the name? That tight end, whatever, Taysom Hill, whatever he is. Like he's just the next coming of the greatest weapon on earth. I still think he's ass, personally.
Shit.
I'll say it every time. He is ass on a stick. Anyway, yeah, I mean, Cardinals are the better team, up and down, left and right. I don't know what the hell they got going on. Kyler need to start reading the playbook. I mean,
sheesh,
stop bullshitting and read the playbook.
I'll say personally, from what I've seen from the Aints this year, seems as if their defense has always struggled on a running quarterback, and we've seen it with us when they played us. When they played Seattle, it was a dogfight in Seattle for them too. And you got Kyler Murray, one of the best that can do it at running. So I mean, I see the Cardinals come away with that dub.
On primetime football, Aints get the L. We'll see it tomorrow night. Boo man, Cardinals Saints tomorrow. Looking around the NFC South. I mean, so far, with the Aints, as we're predicting, is going to get a loss tomorrow. Going to push them down further into the basement.
Further away from too much Saints football. Thursday night got one more game to impress me too.
Sheesh.
They sold Prime jalopy, but
gosh,
yeah, the
free
Saints
prime for the rest of the year.
Yeah, they're gonna have to give up something, or
yeah, because it's false advertisement.
The last 2 weeks, I'd rather watch the WNBA finals. But
damn.
I tell you this though. We play on Thursday Night Football in a couple weeks, and we play the sorry ass Panthers. So Falcons,
we better
you score 28. You better put up 60 on these little jokers out there on Thursday night. But yeah, Boo man. I'm guessing you got Cardinals over the Saints tomorrow.
Definitely got Cardinals over the Saints. I got Peachtree Ridge over the Saints. So
gosh.
And what about Bishop Sycamore over the damn Saints?
Yeah, Bishop Sycamore. I got Alabama. I got Alabama on Monday.
Shit.
So I just Saints haven't looked good on defense, which is their vocal point. We came out first game, scored 20, almost 30 points on them. So I mean, they haven't looked good. I mean, they're reeling that quarterback. One of their receivers are out again.
Two of the receivers
been out. One of them's a slant guy. The other one's a receiver. Yeah, and then they've been out. So I mean, they're battered with injuries and they're inconsistent at quarterback. So, they're gonna tank for Bryce in one more game. So, yeah, I got the Cardinals. Hopefully, Kyler Murray does something. He's on my fantasy team.
Seeing the Aints lose tomorrow, like we just said, it's going to push the Aints back in the division, which means now they'll drop to 2-5.
Yeah.
The other game you got to watch out for is the Buccaneers and the Panthers on Sunday, because even if we win, when we win on Sunday against the Bengals, I don't think the Panthers are going to come away with a win here. I think the Buccaneers will probably win. So you're looking at 4-3, 4-3 again. Buccaneers 4-3, Falcons 4-3. You come back to the Bends. Still a battle, but you take a big jump over the two teams that you really hate, the Panthers and the 49 and the Saints.
Right.
Saints will fall to 2-5. Panthers will fall to 1-6, and a 1-6 team will then come into the Bends and play the Falcons in 2 weeks. Now, if the Falcons lose against the Bengals on Sunday, you're a game behind the Bucs. Saints will lose tomorrow and drop to 2-5. Panthers will lose Sunday and drop to 1-6. So you and the Bucs you're still in it. That's what this conversation is about. You're still in it, even if you lose on Sunday to the Bengals. Because you come back, you have the Panthers, you have the Chargers, and then you have the Panthers again.
I don't see no reason why all four of those teams you just said can't be a W. If we come out and play anything that we did this past Sunday, we can beat anybody. I mean, we ran the ball perfectly. Mariota found his groove. I mean, we look shut out like lights out Sunday. I mean, that's the Falcons. That's the identity of the 2022 Falcons.
You talk about NFC Player of the Week, Marcus Mariota, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Shout out to everybody over there with the Atlanta Falcons, man. I know they're having a good time over there. Like, Marcus, NFC Player of the Week? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Look at you. Now you got to go throw for 300 yards on Sunday.
Now you pushing it.
Yeah. You know damn well.
Falcon fans.
My boy,
we'll run first.
Falcon fans. Let's ride.
No, ain't nobody riding. No. Don't put that juju over here. That bullshit. Keep that shit in Denver.
Kyle's up in the chat. We connected on all aspects. Offense and defense look fire. Plus, honestly, can we talk about our cornerback depth? Hayward out sucks, but we should be good. Heard a lot of talk about Darren Hall's going to be getting some playing time on Sunday. AJ and Casey, even at 3-3, did a decent enough job to not let most teams go crazy on us on offense. We held most teams to what still did less than, 30-something points outside of that Rams game, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So the defense has been playing pretty well. Darren Hall, don't you come in here, Mr. Soap. Don't you come in here and Jalen Collins to shit. Just tell you right now, I think the defense is well coached right now with Dean Pease and what Arthur Smith got going on right now with the whole team. Darren Hall steps in. Isaiah Oliver, we'll find out about him shortly because we got some news here, Falcons fans. I know y'all want to know what's going on around the Atlanta Falcons. So let's go ahead to Chase. Everybody got something to do here with one time for the fan. Everybody got something to do. Boo man, when we're finished, you can clean up.
Thank you, sir. I need y'all to clear it up.
We still got Bodie's breakdown coming up here shortly. And we're going to talk about what the Falcons have to do to beat the Bengals in a couple minutes. So, Chase, we love our Atlanta. We love our Atlanta Falcons, so we need to get some updates, man. What is going on with the Atlanta Falcons right now with the depth chart, injury report? There's a video of CP running a doggone 3.5 into 40, going crazy. Yeah. Like, what is going on right now with the Atlanta Falcons, man, with the depth chart, with the team, bro?
So I'll start off on where that question was asked about our players that got hurt. A lot of good news this week, actually. We had a couple players limited as Michael Walker, Taquan Graham, Ogundeji. They all three were limited this week, but that's a good sign, being that Walker didn't even participate last week. You got Casey Hayward that's on IR. That's a tough loss. Terrell was limited today in practice, but as we all four know, he was running a 40-yard dash right in front of us Sunday after the incident, so I don't think that's nothing too serious.
I don't want to cut you off, but for Casey Hayward, Boo Man, Bodie, does anybody know, is this season ending?
No.
No, it's just regular hour. I think it's only 4 games for right now.
4 weeks from what I've read.
Okay, so we'll check back over the week and see what's going on with him. Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
So just as far as starters, your only true starter that you can say is missing Sunday would be Casey Hayward. And as we said, Darren Hall is going to fill that role for him Sunday. So, and Darren Hall did an outstanding job against that Ayuki or whatever that kid's name was from 49ers when he stepped in. So
Ayuki.
Yeah, Ayuk. As far as your defense and your offense, you still got the same starting lineup. The only change that I see from last week is you have Algier as your starter and Williams as your second string. But, that's running back. So, both going to carry the ball. Your receiver is still the same. Drake London, Kyle Pitts at tight end, Matthews, Wilkerson, Dahlman, Lindstrom, McGarry, Zacchaeus, Keith Smith at fullback, and Mariota at quarterback. And as far as defense, like I said, you got one change, and that's Darren Hall. And Abdullah Anderson will start back beside Grady Sunday as well. Taquan Graham is another one that was listed as a starter this week as well. So good to see some of those guys back on the list practicing, especially Ogundeji. He's back on the lineup. So see if Ogundeji can step it up and make a game.
Yep. Falcons also made a little practice squad move and brought back Jalen Dalton, the young man who got into the scuffle over at training camp.
Yeah, that's right.
Which he got into the scuffle. I believe we were there that day.
With Rush.
He got into it with Rush, which last week Rush was let go. So shout out to Jalen Dalton now for getting a little spot here on the practice squad and have an opportunity maybe because you see they like to bring some practice squad players in every now and then. So the Falcons maybe never know.
That's another thing. That's another thing I was going to say. Shout out to Pruitt, man, for making the list and also getting a contract this week through the Falcons. So first day back on the practice squad, and he's out here balling, getting touchdowns. Shout out
Pruitt. He definitely looked good in preseason. He had some good preseason game.
Yeah,
he did preseason. Remember when we brought him in? We were talking about it because he has the relationship with Arthur Smith. Even Dean Pease, because they're in Tennessee. So it's good to see Pruitt get activated from the practice squad to the full 53 and then score in the game. And then going back right after to another tight end, Pitt scores in the game. So shout out to the Falcons for making some of these dreams come true for some of these players because Michael Pruitt, he wasn't picked up by nobody at that time. He was just sitting there waiting for an opportunity to get back on the field. Had a couple numbers in Tennessee. Wasn't too, big, flashy guy. Everything revolved around Derrick Henry. And I think it was AJ Brown was still over there at that time too as well. So now to see Pruitt get some playing time, to see Pruitt get some action to where he's confident enough, he's scoring. And the catch wasn't no bullshit catch.
That was a good one. He reached.
He's always been a good receiver tight end, so I knew that. It was a great catch.
Even with the couple catches in preseason, he was pretty flashy too as well. Boo Man, you heard the depth chart news there with Chase. The video with Cordell Patterson. Now looks like he's getting ready to start making his way back to the field. Hopefully, we can get him back by the Panthers next week. If not, we can get it back by the Panthers for Thursday night.
For the Panthers, are you serious? He can rest that game.
Hey, let me tell you something. For all you fantasy players,
200 on the pansies.
For all you fantasy players, I'm sure you would love to have when the Falcons win Sunday and go 4-3, come back to the Benz playing a 1-6 playing a 1-6 Carolina Panther team, and then you hear the news. Falcons have CP activated for Sunday. He's ready to go.
You'd love to hear it. We're going to run it up.
1-6 Carolina?
I just picked up Algier, though, so don't rush back, CP.
Jeez. Bodie, the depth chart news. Falcons getting prepared to go play up against the Bengals. Anything that you heard you want to talk about from the depth chart news or injury updates or anything, Bodie?
Yeah, I heard Dalton. He tweeted out to Anthony Rush and said, "Ha ha, LOL. I'm on the team now."
And you're not.
And then yeah. That's neither here nor there. But now, depth chart is looking. It's gonna be the secondary that's gonna define us because. We know Joe Burrow throws the ball, so losing old boy Casey Hayward this week, it's gonna be tough.
That's when he has time to throw it.
Exactly. Time. That's the thing. I would hope that Coach Pease draws up some crazy blitzes because that O-line is poo-poo. So we can get there, and Arnold will get another sack this week. He should.
Yes, sir.
It's looking like that. Gray he got a sack every game. I don't care if it didn't count or not. He got a sack every game this year. Okay, so this next man up on the depth chart. I got confidence, man. We fight with everybody.
Falcon fans, now it's time to get to it. You heard the professor talking. That's Bodie 3000. Of course, we're gonna get into this Bodie's breakdown. If you haven't heard Bodie's breakdown before. It's a phenomenal piece that we do here on One Time for the Fan every Wednesday. We've missed a few Wednesdays, but most of the time we're right on schedule with it. Bodie did a great job breaking down a lot with the Atlanta Falcons, from players to rankings to stats to a lot of things. To even Coach P's, do not call him Russell. And now you get a chance to hear Bodie's breakdown again tonight here on One Time for the Fan. And Bodie got a lot to talk about because Falcons are 3-3. And we got a tough game on Sunday against the Bengals. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. It's going to be a tough one. We'll give our score predictions shortly. But Bodie, floor is yours on another Bodie's breakdown, man. Glad to have you here. Then we'll get to the chat. So Falcons fans, tune in for another Bodie's breakdown. Well, I need to get my, you know what, Bodie, I'm about to start working on a little intro or something for you during the Bodie's breakdown, like a, you know what I mean, a little quick video. I'm gonna go ahead and put together something that get people.
That shit go.
Give people about 45 seconds to run and grab their Gatorade and popcorn and all that shit. Like Bodie's breakdown coming. Bodie's breakdown. Get back to the TV. But we'll get to the chat here shortly. I see Dan Burst, I see Justin Newman, LaMarcus, Kyle, ATL GA Faithful's in the chat. Clayton Murray's in the chat. You already know we love talking Falcons football. Lisa Shepard's in the chat. So Bodie, let's get to Bodie's breakdown. What you got for us tonight, sir?
Man, I just wanted to break down this pivotal game. And I think this game is pivotal. Just some stats, you know, that I had pulled out my back pocket.
Gosh, that's strange.
Anyway, okay, so basically, you messed me up. All right, so you know we're facing the Bengals this week. We're a 6.5 point underdog because we are underdog every game. I think this year
6-0 against the spread this year.
But
sir,
absolutely, we're 6-0 versus the spread. The only undefeated team in the league versus the spread because they keep fucking doubting us and we keep whooping ass. That's what we keep doing. We keep whooping that spread's ass. So, all right, so I had to look up some stats. So far this season for the Bengals, they're 19th in total offense, 7th in passing yards, but 25th in rushing yards. I don't know what Joe Mixon over there. They looking. You ain't got to
25th.
25th in rushing yards. They look like it's looking bad right now. Now the defense, they're 16th. They're middle of the pack in defense. 16th in overall defense. 16th in passing yards and 21st in rushing yards, but they give up the 11th most points. Yeah, give or take. We can toast them, and then they'll hold up. They scored 14th most points. They're just middle of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
And we can face better, technically.
Yeah.
Statistically, we face better and fared very well. They're 17th in the turnover differential. Differential.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You work 3 shifts past 48 hours.
13th in takeaways. Hey, hope your mic fall on your face.
Flip, we'll let them read at work.
Shit! Oh my god!
I don't read. Too busy at the gun show using my gun. 8th in giveaways, so they're tied for 5th and 8th in giveaways. Now I'll give you our we're 8th in giveaways as well, tied for 5th as well. We're 10th in takeaways, and that's 4th best in the league.
That's big.
But that is big. And thinking about on defense, did you know that we're dead last in passing yards?
The Falcons?
Yes, we are.
I would.
I mean, you talking about on offense, right?
No, I'm talking about in defense, not passing. I'm talking about defense. Yeah,
like giving up yardage.
Giving up passing yards. We're dead last.
Yeah.
If you look at the games, the Saints game, a lot of garbage passing yards at the end.
The second half. Jameis ripped us for like 230 something in the second half.
The Rams
we gave up a lot
gashed us
early.
a lot.
Gino ripped us for like 332. Brady ripped us for like 3 something, and I think Garoppolo had like 260.
I was surprised with Garoppolo's numbers after Sunday. I did not feel like he stretched the ball out that well.
Well, he got most of those plays in that fourth quarter during that 7-minute stretch where they only got like 40 yards in 7 minutes. So, a lot of plays were called back.
We gave him the ball back after that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Bodie?
Yeah. So I was saying we're ninth in stopping the run. Ninth.
Nice. That's nice.
So that means we own it, man. We don't let folks run down. They said, what did that guy say? That we were bad, we can't stop the run, and we can't run.
So let's go back to the training camp. Falcon fans, hit that like button, hit that share button. If you're in here right now, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe. If you're first time here, one time for the fan, we're talking Falcons football. So what happened was back at training camp, and everybody know who this person is. This is D-Led, you know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of respect for D-Led. D-Led is doing something that I'm doing. D-Led. He's doing something that I want to eventually be doing like 20 years from now, and told my kids the same thing. Like, I've been covering the Falcons for like 20 some years. You know what I'm saying? So he does have a position where I know a lot of fans are upset with D-Led's take on the Falcons of how he looks at the team and so forth. But I told D-Led I'm a different type of fan, dude. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't the one that's going to be out here bashing the team and being negative and being rude and disrespectful. That ain't my MO. But what happened was, training camp, he walked past, and I said, hey, D-Led, this is a 9-win team. So then D-Led stopped, turned around, came back to me. Of course, everybody loves to hear the voice, so what you mean? What you talking about this game? What you mean a 9-win team? What do you mean? So I said, D-Led is a 9-win team for real. Well, the Falcons, they got 2 problems. They can't run the ball, and they can't stop the run. That's what he told me in training camp. If they're not going to stop the run, they're not going to run the ball. Well, how are they going to win games? It's a training camp.
Bring it back moment.
And then, we talk a little bit, and then, we have a moment. I have respect for D-Led because, once again, he's in a field where I'm like, I'm crossing over right there. I'm trying to get into that field too as well. Well, I'm actually in the field, but we're trying to get like big time in it. So I understand what D-Led is looking at before the season starts, but you got to have some type of belief in this team that changes have been made and coaching decisions is going to be different this year. And to see from summer, what was that, Chase? July?
Yeah, back in July. From
July to now, where we are, October, and the Falcons are 3-3. That could have been 5-1, 4-2, or 6-0 this season. Man, come on! Like we're raising the bar here, Falcon fans, when it comes to this new regime of Falcons football. And a lot of teams are going to do their rebuilds in the next couple of years, and I'm glad we did ours because now we're getting ahead of it. We're moving up now. We're taking that one step up. So a lot of people believe that this is a 2-win team. I know we got 3 wins. A lot of people are mad. I know Vegas sitting there like, oh shit. We told everybody to bet that the Falcons would get. We told everybody to bet that the Falcons would get 4 wins this season. They got 3 right now. 2 on teams they probably wasn't supposed to get wins on.
Yeah.
And they still have the sorry ass Panthers coming up, Steelers, Bears, Commanders, and a Bucs team that you owe an ass whooping to, and a Saints team too as well. I think honestly the tough game, looking at your schedule going forward, outside of the Bengals game, probably be that Baltimore game and the Charger game.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like you said, we owe the Bucs an ass whooping.
We sure do.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna win that shit. But yeah,
Bodie.
Just wanted to bring it back. So you brought it all to perspective. So now we're actually we're 9th best rush defense and 3rd best rush attack. So that's definitely a help you win games if you can run the ball and stop the goddamn run, because most teams in the league like to set up the run. When you stop that and you can actually run on folks, then you can get those over the top passes like we've been getting. and you can have 13 or 14 days, like Mariota had. So that's we're 29th in passing, but like I keep saying, and Mariota isn't don't pass for 300 yards week in, week out. That's not his game. He's just
Not that guy, pal.
He's not that guy, pal.
He's not that guy, pal.
He
Chase,
is the guy we saw on
That's
Sunday.
our new one, Chase. That's our new one, Chase.
Not that guy, pal.
He's not that guy, pal.
You saw that shit, right, Chase? You know what we're talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Got you after the stream.
We'll throw it in there, Chase.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, back to that. Okay, so we can run the ball and we can stop the run. But fortunately, the things that we lack in is what the Bengals are good in. So we got to be on our A game. We're down a player. We're down one of our best defenders in the secondary, which we're already dead last in covering. So we need guys like Darren Hall and D. Alford to step up their game. And Isaiah Alford is not hurt.
Speaking of D. Alford, Bodie, speaking of D. Alford, I forgot to mention earlier, D. Alford is also battling a hamstring injury this week at practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what helped that, right? Pass rush.
Exactly.
Yep. But shit,
You need pass rush.
If M&F is getting open, then there ain't gonna be much of a rush.
But like you said, the things we lack are what they're good in.
Yes.
What are they bad in? What is their worst thing that they do?
The worst thing that they do is pass protection.
Exactly.
But,
so there's your key to trying to win a game. You got to get to the quarterback.
Yeah. Most def, you got to get to the quarterback. You got to stop Joe Burrow, and most def, you have to shut down Jamar Chase. I mean, that's the matchup of the season that we've all been waiting on since preseason week 1.
They got Hayden. They got Hayden Hurst.
You don't have 100% healthy AJ Terrell though either.
They got Hayden Hurst that hates us too.
They got
Hayden Hurst. Hayden
who?
Sheesh.
No,
that's scary though. It's a scary thought to think of that because we all know Hayden Hurst can be a dynamic tight end at situations.
He's
and that's I feel like that's
no lie.
I feel like that's our weakest point on our defense is our middle linebackers on these pickups, on these checkdowns. We got to keep them in check, man. We got to play spot on this Sunday.
If we let Hayden Hurst kill us, I'm pretty gonna punch a wall. I mean, he's good.
I mean, we didn't.
Damn.
You gotta remember what happened in the Bucks game. You know what? I don't even know that guy's name that played tight end for them. But
Ottoman.
You gotta stop that. Yeah,
Couch Ottoman. I don't know what this.
Yeah, Ottoman.
I don't know his damn name. I just threw some shit out there.
But yeah, we just gotta do better at picking up on that. We should be good though. I mean, I'm confident in us because they play together. You don't have one person that shines on the defense.
Yes.
So
everybody they play collectively good football on defense.
It's a new star every week. I've noticed that. So we got to get him.
Also, we're talking about these checkdowns and stuff, but Isaiah Oliver is also back as well. His second week back and first week back interception.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So then that's some light, to dark days. I mean, you got those players that are coming back. I mean, you still got Marlon Davidson that is a potential Falcon or it could be a potential trade. What is this the last week the trade deadline hits?
You have 2 by the Carolina game, I believe. That's it.
Carolina game.
Yeah. Well, with the extension, we gotta go back and look at the rules. With the extension of the new game now, could they added an extra game from last couple years ago? I don't know if it's changed, but it's supposed to be week 8.
It's still week 8 right now.
Yeah. Going over from what Bodie was talking about with the Bengals, and this leads into what we're talking about now before we wrap it up here. What do the Falcons need to do to beat the Bengals? Falcon fans. I know y'all in there getting ready for Sunday. Some of y'all are going to be at the game. Some of y'all are going to be at your house doing your own little, home tailgate. So be ready for this for the Falcons Bengals. But going on back to week 1, Steelers Bengals. Steelers win 23-20 in overtime to the Bengals. Week 2, Bengals lose to the Cowboys 20-17. Week 3, Bengals beat the Jets 27-12. Week 4, Bengals beat the Dolphins 27-15, the Monday Night Football game when Tua got hurt.
Right.
And please don't let that guy who sacked Tua get the Mariota. Please don't, guys. Ravens beat the Bengals the following week 19-17, and then the Bengals beat the Saints 30-26. 2 3-3 teams matching up on Sunday. I hope the Falcons are able to contain Joe Burrow enough to where they don't have him scoring over 20 plus points. But looking at their games outside of that Bengals Cowboys game where they scored 17, they're just like us. They're a team that's trying to push the score over 20 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
They've been very inconsistent though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially with what we know they can do. We know that Joe Mixon is a damn good running back in this league. He just ain't got it together this season, and we know that. I mean, I thought the O line was gonna be better, but they are still trash. I don't know, they spent all that money on that O line, so that's what we got to exploit. That's what we have to exploit. We need our line to wreak havoc. I mean, I guess it's just I haven't totally seen it yet. I know we can do better with that O line. I know we can do better with these blitzes and not getting them covered. Last game was a good indication. We got pressure, and Arnold. I don't know if you heard what y'all put the stat. Somebody put the stat in the chat that Arnold is leading all rookies in pass rush.
Fucking beast, man.
Pass rush efficiency.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you, he got one sack.
Makers of a star. So he just got to finish the job. He getting a lot of pass quarterback hits and stuff, but he just got to get in there and finish the job. But I think he will.
Falcon fans, one time for the fan, every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. You already know we're talking Falcons football. Bodie's breakdown, giving y'all some information about the Bengals so that way y'all can be prepared for Sunday to know that this ain't no easy game. But guess what? It's 2, 3, and 3 teams here going to play football on Sunday. And this ain't the Bengals team that you've seen in the Super Bowl last year. Like this team, I think, going through the first 6 games of the season, look a little bit worse than what I seen last year at the Bengals.
Most of just by Bodie's numbers.
Yep. Chase is correct. And the Falcons, looking at what you've seen last year with the Falcons to this year, seems to be a much better team than what I've seen with the Falcons last season through the first 6 games. Big opportunity here for the Falcons to beat the Bengals on Sunday. Come back to the Benz because now you're going to be riding that streak for real. You beat the 49ers, which is a tough team. You beat the Bengals, which is a tough team. And then you get the Panthers, sorry ass. So these are the games you need to win early because at the end of the year, you got the Saints down in New Orleans. You got Baltimore in Baltimore, Christmas Eve. You got Arizona, who seems to try to get some, I guess, I don't know, their ground back because they got D-Hop coming back soon. They made the trade for Robbie Anderson. Even at 2-4, they seem to be trying to fight to get some wins. And hell, they're probably going to beat the Saints tomorrow. So they might get back on track soon. But we don't know that just yet. But we know the New Year's game, the New Year's Eve game is going to be a tough one against the Cardinals. We're not playing the Jags. We're not playing the Jets. We're playing the Cardinals. Then you have the Bucks at home to finish the season. I'm hoping somewhere around that Baltimore New Year's Eve game against the Cardinals, you're going to make the playoffs and you're going to rest your starters. Like, win or lose, regardless of what happens versus that Bucks game. You guys are ready to go play wherever you're going to go.
Whoever.
Yeah, we got to seal the deal because we definitely owe the Saints and the Bucks a effing ass whooping. We owe them. We owe them an ass whooping. I'd be damned if we lose to get swept by the Saints. We cannot get swept by the Saints. We cannot.
Falcons are playing good enough to where I can say they're going to probably split the series with the Saints. They're going to probably split the series with the Bucks, and they're going to sweep the Panthers.
Yeah,
I mean that's not the same. That's not the same Saints team we played. Jameis he's been in and out. They got that $10 million man at running back. Kamara, and then
shoot.
And then their defense is just not the same, So
yeah.
We always at that game. We lost that game more than they won it, So
yeah.
I think Mariota's gotten better in the weeks, with trying to not give up the ball. So we'll just see if he keeps it going.
Hey, let me tell you something. You can go You can go 7 for 8 on Sunday against the Bengals for 94 yards and win 35-10. I don't give a damn.
We just want
Win the
that
game.
W. Just
Win the
get the
game.
W.
Just get the W. Come back healthy to the Benz because we want to be there to see those Panthers get smacked up real bad. And this could be your game. You see Ritter, y'all, 40-10 in the second quarter, and here comes Ritter. Falcon fans gonna be like, "Oh shit, Ritter's about to put up another 40 points. It's gonna be 80-10 at the end of the half."
We got Ritter truthers out there, but I don't. At this rate, if Mariota keep playing at this rate, you ain't gonna see no Ritter this year like that. You just ain't. You gotta want a dub. You gotta let the dubs.
I still believe that the way Mariota's playing, and we raised the question earlier. Is it good for Mariota to get the long-term contract soon if he's continued playing at a high level? Gets the Falcons over the hump, gets them to the playoffs. We'll talk about that. We ain't gonna spend too much time on that, but yeah, we'll talk about that coming up soon. We want to get some more games in with Mariota, but yeah, we raised the question in the group, and we're pleased with how the way Mariota's been playing these past few weeks. And like I said, this team has really improved from last season to where we are now. So I feel really good right now that the changes that's been made, this slow rebuild. You didn't bring in the flying, flashy players and all that stuff. You brought in players that fit the scheme, that can get the job done. A couple bridge players who will be here for a year or two, and then they're going to be going on their way. But the Falcons seem to be, Foye Loken got a good deal. Tyler Gabriel from years ago, damn near got a decent little deal. Alford got a decent little deal with the Cardinals. A couple players that go through Falcons Flowery Branch ends up with a nice little deal when they leave up out of here, going to where they go. I believe, Fowler went over there to the Cowboys. Sorry ass, but you got to feel a little bit better about what you're seeing here with the Falcons, man. Chase, man, 6 games into the season. Looking at last year, looking at all that's happened in the past year with the Falcons. How do y'all feel right now at 3-3?
Man, I actually feel excited about Falcon football again, man. Past 2 years just hasn't been Falcon football. Not what I was raised up watching. You know what I mean? We're just used to that competitive team that we know our Falcons can be, and I really think this year we've got that team. We've fulfilled in all aspects last Sunday. So I mean, that's a perfect game, coach. That's a perfect game play. We just need a couple of those, like you're talking about, that hot streak. Get rolling now. You're in the middle of the season. Get rolling. Get going now. I'm very pleased.
That's good to know, Chase.
Yeah,
man.
I'm very happy, man. Especially when you're going through a quote unquote rebuild. You got rid of a lot of franchise players in the last couple of years. So when you got rid of somebody like Julio and then you get rid of Matt Ryan, you think you're gonna come out and look like the Texans. You gonna lay down. He's gonna shuffle it out there. I mean, before the season started, we was arguing on who was gonna be the starting quarterback. So now we're arguing about we're gonna keep the starting quarterback. So
yeah.
It's a good feeling, and then you're young. You're super young.
Very young.
You're seeing how the division is going. You're about to take over the division, and you're in a rebuild.
Nice.
So I mean,
it's a good fact right there. You're about to take over the division, and you're in a rebuild. Wow.
Yes.
Boo man with the fact of the day.
How's it going?
Hey Siri.
You're just excited about the future, man.
Make a note.
Very much so.
Text Ron. He needs more time off at work.
Okay.
Gosh, he's doing the But yeah, man.
Ron just gave me the thumbs up. He said he's watching the show. Go ahead, Boo man.
It definitely feels good, man. You got a young team, man, and you know who's gonna be there next year. And then think about it: $75 million walking in the next year.
Yes, sir.
No, wait, it's gonna be way more than that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, it's a 75. I mean, but it's gonna be way more than that. But just think about what you could bring to your team to give these young guys. So, I'm excited, man. We're in a good spot right now. 3-3. Everybody project us to win what? 2 games?
Yeah. 3-3 with with a really good chance of being, like I said, 6-0, 5-1, 4-2. But yeah, it's a good feeling to be a Falcons fan again. Once again, it's like, I don't know. It's like a kid.
It's exciting, man. It's
exciting to walk into that Benz. You beat the Browns. You came back. And you're like the 49ers. Now you beat the 49ers. You look at the home schedule like, holy shit, we're about to be racking up on home wins this year. So
Oh, yeah.
Falcon fans, get to the Benz, get down there, and get your seats, get on time, and let's have a good time. Bodie, another great breakdown that you did earlier tonight here on Bodie's Breakdown. For those that have never seen Bodie's Breakdowns, go back and check the playlist. It's on YouTube. You get a chance to hear what Bodie has to say. But great breakdown for the Bengals stats and what they got going on over there. They're not a team like the 49ers where that was like top. They're in the middle of the pack. They're 3-3. They're just trying to get their shit together. Who knows what's happening after their bye week? But right now, it's a winnable game. But Bodie, 3-3. You was there on Sunday. You got your voice back now. How do you feel right now about the Falcons at 3-3 from last season? All the changes that's been made. Bodie, we went to training camp. We did the draft episode. Like, so much has happened, and now we're 3-3. We got the bye week coming up, in a few weeks, but we got to get a few games out the way. But how do you feel right now as a Falcon fan?
Picking up right where Boo Man dropped it. Bringing in, we're gonna have all that money to bring in them free agents. It's just the free agents are gonna come here. They're gonna be like, man, the Falcons, they look good. All they need is me, or all they need is this, or all they need is that. And it's gonna be an attractive destination, plus Magic City.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, at 3-3, exceeding all expectations, watching these damn NFL Sunday shows where they pick it against the Falcons week after week after week after week.
To a point where the Falcons tweeted it.
Bruh.
Put the hearts around the two people who picked them against the 49ers on Sunday versus everybody else who didn't pick them.
And this shit ain't gonna change. It's gonna be the same shit on this Sunday. We underdogs. Everybody gonna pick the Bengals this week. You might get one little outsider. He might be from Atlanta that'll pick the Falcons. I don't know. Maybe I would say
like Harry Douglas or somebody.
Yeah, it'd be like Douglas. You be like, man, I think Falcons would do it, man. It'll be one guy because they eyes opening, but we still. And like I said, I don't care about the media. I don't care about it. We the new media. We changed the narrative.
Say it again.
We the new media. We changed the narrative. It's just 3-3 got me excited because folks said we wasn't gonna win but 2 games. The most accelerated rebuild I've ever seen. I mean,
yes, sir.
That is what any team I could even think of. When you think of rebuild, you think of bare bones, just butt naked. That's what you think.
Sheesh.
It goes back to what Jack said too. I mean, as Jack said, you're in a rebuild right now, quote unquote rebuild. But you gotta look at Tampa, you gotta look at New Orleans and Panthers. Tampa, Brady's not gonna be there next year. Fucking Saints, they're definitely in a rebuild. Panthers are seriously in a rebuild. I mean, it seems like the cards are falling for Atlanta. And I'm fucking loving it.
Yeah.
Falcon fans, Hawks fans, 82-80 in the third quarter. Hawks over the Rockets right now. So anybody want to know about the update with the Hawks? There it is right there. See, one time for the fan. We fans. Mm-hmm. But yes, Falcons versus Bengals. A couple games this season, looking at the Rams game and even looking at the Browns game with the the two-headed monster at running back that they had over there. Before the Myles Garrett situation, you was looking at it like, damn, we got to go up against Myles Garrett now, Cam Jordan, Aaron Donald, and now Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
Come away with some of these wins, and I'm sitting here watching it like, who's the Bengals star player on defense? Does anybody know who the Bengals star player on defense is?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Some teams have some star players. The Rams have Wagner and Ramsey and Donald. You feel what I'm saying? I know the safety for Seattle was out. For the Browns, who else they had? Denzel Ward. Anybody else you guys know for the Browns? Who's their star player on defense? Myles Garrett. That's it. Only 2 players.
Garrett,
So who's the Bengals star player?
Who
is somebody that we need to worry about on offense? They're looking.
Don't they got a pretty tough defensive end?
Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah,
Trey, I don't know if Trey is his first name, but yeah.
I think he had like 15 sacks last year.
Yeah.
So
then the year before that, he had like 14 with the Saints.
Yeah.
Falcon fans, I want y'all to look at this now with your offensive line, who just got line of the week from ESPN.
Sure did.
Line of the week. So let's look at the game on Sunday now, Falcon fans. Your offensive line, which has been top 15 pretty much since week 2 going through.
Mm-hmm.
You're going up against a Bengals team that is not the same as last year. And I think the Falcons can come away with a win on Sunday.
No doubt.
Score prediction? Man, it's gonna be a tough one.
It's gonna be a high scoring game, bro.
27-24 Falcons on Sunday. 27-24. Going around the table here. Before we go ahead and wrap it up soon. Got to head to the chat, see what everybody's talking about. Boo man.
31-21.
31-21 Falcons. Bodie?
Falcons, of course.
Yeah, the number in my head was like 31-28.
31-28. 31-21 for Boo Man. 31-28 for Bodie. 27-24 for me and Mr. Chase.
34-21 ATL.
34-21. Falcons go 4-3. Come back to the Bends to play a 1-6 Panther team, which by that time we should be playing Bishop Sycamore.
Yeah.
Going to the chat. Even later in the draft, there is fire. Bijan Robinson could be taken later in the first, easily could fall to us. So here's the deal, Kyle. When it comes to the draft, and we talked about that today in the group in the one time for the fan chat. Now, did we?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Falcons, when it comes to the draft, I want you to go back a couple years ago and look at some of these picks that they made and why they made some of these picks. Right? Go back and look from Kyle Pitts to Drake London to Desmond Ridder to Troy Anderson and really get in depth with the Falcons. Like, do your full research. And I know he's a podcaster too as well. He does a great job. He's a big Falcons fan. But for all Falcon fans, even for us, we had to go back, do your research on how and why the Falcons drafted some of these players. If you're looking at the draft next year, and we're not going to spend too much time on this because we have a big surprise for you guys coming up towards the end of this year. But if you're looking at the draft for next year, when it comes to the first round, I don't think you're selecting a running back or a wide receiver or a quarterback.
No.
You have to look at some of the pieces in place with the Falcons. Caleb McGarry is having a solid season right now. You either pay him next year or you let him go. And if you let him go, well, who's your right tackle?
And then you got to think about it. He's in the same draft class as Lindstrom.
Same draft class as Lindstrom. Lindstrom will be an all-pro. I'd love to have McGarry around if he's doing this well and can continue the success that he's having. Oh, that's perfectly fine. I'm not in the war room with Terry and them to see him physically every single day to see how he's changing. I see he did bulk up during the offseason. He was ready to let you know that he looks like damn mini Thor. But he is doing a great job with the offensive line. So Falcon fans, you're looking at the draft next year. Mariota has a successful season. They have Mariota there next year, and Ritter's going to be their backup. There is no quarterback. There's no. What's the guy's name from Alabama? There's no Bryce Young. There's no CJ. Right now, you're picking 14th in the draft. Where do you see Stroud? Where do you see Young? Where do you see Will Anderson? You're going to sit there at the bench and see the Falcons have selected right tackle and Kawande from University of Temple. Or you're going to sit there and watch them select Banju Godobi from University of Syracuse, nose tackle. Don't be surprised, Falcons fans. The Falcons will do what the Falcons want to do to help build that roster. It's not even about the star and the flashy and the fly players coming from college. Because there are some players coming out this year and the Falcons can tank. Follow the process of what some of y'all want. Tank it up for Bryce. Is that what y'all want? Are these Bama fans that want Bryce? I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Are these Bama fans that just want Bryce here in the Falcons uniform?
Sheesh.
Let's be for real here. You're drafting 14th right now in the NFL draft at the started, but you have an opportunity now to really just say, y'all, screw the top 10 pick shit. Let's go out here and win some fucking games.
Yeah. I think when it comes to young names, like those young stars, I think it all comes with the hype. I think it's all the hype behind those players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if your team's getting the win, stick with it.
And if you're eating off some of these players that's gonna do a great job and come back next season, you're Matt Dickerson, you're Abdullah Anderson,
Mm-hmm.
then when it comes to the free agency, you're finna have your depth looking good. You're gonna get a couple players in the draft. People looking at that 7th round pick from Dion. Oh, the 7th round pick, y'all traded for him. That's leverage, man. We probably won't even draft that pick. But that's going to be in a package going somewhere. But I trust what Terry got going on. And that's why, I'm a Falcon for life, man. But yeah, Kyle, Robinson, great player, but do not be surprised if the Falcons go draft what they need, which is right now Lorenzo Carter, 1-year deal. If he leaves, then what? You need an outside linebacker. If you don't keep Ogundeji, what do you need? You need 2 outside linebackers. You just let go of Deion Jones. Is Michael Walker going to be your guy going for the future? Troy Anderson? Who else?
Is Evans a 2-year contract?
I think Evans is a 1-year deal too. So if he's gone, then what?
Everybody won. Only
a lot of ones.
And
then don't forget about the players who's on the make it or break it. You got your Jalen Hawkins. You got your Isaiah Oliver. You got some make it or break it. You got Marlon Davidson. Got some make it or break it out there too. You feel what I'm saying? So Falcon fans, you got to see what's. Oh, I saw that, man. Falcon fans, you got to see what's going on here when it goes to the NFL draft. But we got some great news to tell you at the end of the year. We got some great news to tell you at the end of the year. Just wait. Aints win tomorrow? No, Kyle. No. On the road in Arizona, we win in the division. ATO Georgia faithful beat the Bengals and we roll in 7s. Gosh, straight to Vegas.
Sheesh.
Big L Thursday for the Skanks.
For the Skanks.
Oh, for the Skanks? That's what he said? Oh, it's for the Stanks. Oh, well. Fucking Stanks. Stick a fork in Brady. He done, Joe.
Yes, sir.
They can be the Skanks, too.
Falcons win the division because CP is back in about 2 games to get ready. Okay. You already know we're ready for that, Kyle. Saw that video today. Posted coming back soon or whatever that caption was, whatever it was. But yeah. Yeah. CP's about to get ready to go, y'all. He's about to get ready to come back. Lisa Shepard. Good to talk to Lisa Shepard again. We have to get a divisional win. We're the only team without a win versus the NFC opponent. Let's see. I'm predicting we split with the Aints and Bucks and a sweep versus Panthers. Look at Lisa. Before we even read the comment, we're going to split the series between the Aints and the Bucks, and we're going to sweep the Panthers. We just talked about that. Lisa is a Falcon fan, y'all. Diehard Falcon fan.
Shout out, Lisa.
Shout out.
Ayuki Dookie. Ayuki. AJ better want some get back from the natty. He's still not. He's not 100%. They're gonna, he's gonna be shadowing Jamar a lot during the game, but
been limited.
I ain't gonna lie, Jamar's a crafty little receiver, man. I saw some of the footage that he had, of course, from last year, and what I saw against the Saints on Sunday. Second half was a totally different game for Jamar.
But he literally had a bad game the game before. I mean, I got him on our fantasy team. He had a terrible game. Where he had like 3 catches. So you got to watch T. Higgins too. They got a crafty little offense, man. Like I said, if you leave them time, they'll pick you apart. But I'm not too worried. They was playing. You can't play man. They was playing man coverage on them. They had a rookie on them on Sunday. I don't know what the Saints were thinking. But they must have been thinking Bryce.
Jeez. Aints lose tomorrow night. See, some of these teams right now, I know, it's a lot of football left to be played, but a lot of these teams, especially with the Panthers, you lose Sunday, you're really looking at your season being over. You're not coming back from 1-6. It's just not happening. So it's either sell the team.
No, that season's on live.
That season's been over.
You got to sell the team. Look, Carolina, you got to sell the fucking team.
Yeah, there you go. Ship them out.
They can be the Vancouver Red Jackets or some shit.
Canada's
your head coach get fired in the first 5 games. Yeah, it's over.
Panther fans, anybody out there who does watch One Time for the Fan, just trust me when I say this. This is an opportunity for you guys to do something historic. Sell the team and bring one of these Canadian teams over into the NFL. Be that team to take the step forward. Don't be that team to take the step back. One time for the fan.
You
Dre True
sound like
Statements
one
up
of
in
them
here.
commercials.
Sheesh. Y'all boys with the jokes tonight. You already know we got the jokes.
I'll take
You
it.
already know. Leando.
So man, dude.
He's up in the chat. You already know what it is. D-Lad stuck in the past too much. Yeah, somebody said he probably was upset to tweet out the Falcons won on Sunday over the 49ers.
That's fucked up.
Like, it breaks your heart to tweet that the Falcons win, didn't it, though, man?
I hate to be wrong.
I tell you, the Falcons came running the ball, and the Falcons don't. Let me tell you something. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I follow a lot what the Falcons do. I got a lot of respect for D-Led. Like I said, he does something that a lot of Falcon fans who's in this field would be like, oh, cool. I wish I could do this for 20 plus years and cover my favorite NFL team. That'd be great. But I'm a diehard too. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell it like it is. But then again, nothing to sit up here and be like, oh yeah, this is a 1-win team or a 2-win team. Nah, you gotta give this team a lot of respect, man. You can't do that. Now the Panthers, different story. You fucking trash them all day.
Yes.
Millie Mills is in the chat. One time, what's up?
What's good, Millie?
Calling it, we get 4 sacks, AK, 2 with Grady, and 1 with either Troy or Isaiah Oliver gets 1.
Oh, Troy getting one. Troy been so close in all these games to get sacked.
Troy Arnold, I must say, has been super close to get one.
Too.
And who's my boy on the D line? Abdullah Anderson. Abdullah Anderson is doing a decent job, man. I must say.
Yes, sir.
Abdullah Abalangada.
Shout out to Chase. He was the first one to really give Abdullah Anderson some spotlight here on One Time for the Fan. When you talked about him in the was it the Detroit or the Jets game? One of those games for preseason.
Detroit. Yeah. I think it was Detroit.
Are you talking
that
about
is who I'm nervous about for real. Hayden been balling in Cincinnati and not know no play stuff. In Washington, it's like most players that leave us shine better on other teams, but I've always liked Hayden. Hayden was decent.
I like Hayden before he even got to the Falcons. I knew he was solid.
Somebody wouldn't give him the ball last year, but
yeah.
Shout out to the respect for the Falcons fans in here on Hayden Hurst because he was a decent player, and we're not going to bash a player who did a decent job here. I mean, when we say who, we know who he is, but it's not like we're out here bashing him. But he did do a decent job.
Now we're talking about Dante Fowler. He ain't Dante Fowler.
Yeah, you talking about Dante Fowler? It's a different fucking story. That guy right there is just
we squaring up in the street.
Horrible. Yeah, Hayden has always been a damn good TE. He's just has
so lot of money.
How about that Stephen Means? Yeah, Hayden has always been a good job. TE hasn't found a solid home. I think he found it now. Yeah, if it is with Cincinnati, it is what it is.
That's a good team to go to.
Dre's up in here. About to go ahead and wrap up the show here. One time for the fan. We'll be back on Sunday. No, what the hell? We'll be back on Monday night. One time for the fan. Talk about the Falcons Bengals. Hopefully the Falcons go out there and do what they're supposed to do and come away with a win because that would be great. But yeah, Monday we'll talk back here at 8:00. I'll be in Cincinnati. So check the YouTube page for some content. Check the One Time for the Fan Facebook page, Twitter for some content. I know a lot of people love seeing a lot of things with Falcons when it comes to pictures and the fans and away games and where y'all at and what y'all doing. Because, that's how it is with social media nowadays. So we do the best we can to bring as much content as we can to y'all. Dre says, Siri said, okay. Yeah, we're making them notes over here. But yeah, we just do the best here at One Time for the Fan to not only bring the facts and bring our opinions and let y'all know about how we feel about the Falcons, but we're diehards too. So you'll see us at home games. You'll see us at away games. You'll see us this season and next season. So rise up, Falcon fans. Going to go ahead and finish up the chat here. Magic City Money is about to be lit again. I will say this. How you just said Magic City Money is about to be lit again. We had the one primetime game this year. Well, the Jets game, but that's preseason. The Falcons are playing right now at a level where if I'm the NFL that's making the schedules for next season, I'm going to give the Falcons about 2 or 3 primetime games right now.
They might as well.
They deserve it.
And take whoever on that Thursday shit. Take them. Nah, take them off.
I'm going to tell you one team need to take out Broncos. Please get them off my TV.
Yeah.
Let's ride.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Broncos country.
Let's ride. Broncos country.
Broncos country.
The water bottle.
Broncos country.
Broncos country. Let's
He
ride.
said, Denver Broncos. That's right.
Broncos country.
I love the one they got with the what was it, the stadium on fire, and he's like, Broncos country. Let's ride. Fucking stadium. The team is going down in shambles here.
It was
You talking about some let's ride.
Yes.
Oh shit. That was hilarious. I know Boo Man. The one that he posted, there was some. Let me tell you something. There's some savage memes.
Oh,
It's some dark one.
There's
It's
some
some
dark
memes
memes on Twitter with the fucking Russell Westbrook let's ride. But just be careful when you're searching. I let you know right now.
Yeah.
Google it and have fun. That's all.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say what, but I'm gonna say the Fast and the Furious one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's about one.
Falcons fans, you know we love talking Falcons football. We try about to go ahead and wrap up the chat here and get up out of here. Ryan Foley is here, Bengals fan. Try to get him on tonight. He was with the R&R Catcast a couple weeks ago. Had a good conversation about Troy Anderson. It is on our YouTube channel. Ryan Foley is a big Bengals fan. Sorry, Ryan, we're gonna beat you. 31-21, Bodie said. 34. What do you say, Chase? 34.
34-21.
34-21. Boo Man said
28.
yeah, and I said 27-24. I give you a field goal range. Jesse Bates and Trey Hendrickson.
Trey Hendrickson, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Bates. I heard Jesse Bates been playing like ass this year, so
Yeah, yeah.
there's that.
Mm-hmm. Ramel's in the chat. He said 25-17. 25-17 Falcons. Jeff Wolf, 32-24 Falcons. Dre, 32-24 in the chat. You know we ready for the Falcons Bengals on Sunday. You all catching the Bengals on the wrong week. Shit.
Who said that?
Shit. That's Ryan Foley from R&R Catcast. He did our Troy Anderson Ricky Report. Him and his good friend Ryan, who run a fantastic podcast over there in Montana State, covering Montana State football. We try to get him back on the show tonight because he's the Bengals fan, but he's doing family stuff right now, and that's always cool because everybody has family stuff to take care of. So, big shout out to Ryan Foley for stopping in and chatting with us here. I know he wants to see the Bengals win. It's not going to happen. We're Falcon fans. We want to see the Falcons win. That's what's going to happen. But yes, what more can I say? About to go ahead and wrap it up and get up out of here. Chase, Boo Man, Bodie. Want to flip a coin? Who goes first?
Yeah.
You got a three-headed coin? Damn.
Damn.
Oh, hold on a second. We're doing the podcast. You can once you finish sweeping up, you can you can scrape the grates off the tiles for the grill. Got a barbecue tomorrow.
Hey, when Dad's done, send him over here.
Sheesh. Shout outs, but go ahead and wrap it up. Chase, Bodie, Boo Man, what you got?
Go ahead, Bodie. Take it.
Fans. Shout out all the Falcons fans. Shout out to everybody who showed up. Shout out to all the San Fran fans that got on that charter real early. Shout out to the Falcons. Shout out to Dean P. Shout out to our O-line. Great O-line. Shout out to our run game. Shout out to Mariota for NFC Player of the Week. You're gonna get your recognition on this show. And just shout out to everybody who's been supporting the show and supporting the Falcons. You know, we're gonna keep going, win the division. Let's go, Falcons country. Let's ride.
I knew your ignorant ass was gonna say that. I was waiting on it. All right, man. Shout out. Falcons country. Let's ride. Like Let's get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't want that juju here.
Keep going. Here we go. Let's get it out.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who's here tonight. It's your first time here, man. Welcome, man. We act the fool over here, man. We just tell it like it is with the Falcons. We try to be positive, and we just cool with it. Man. We ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat you. We playing like boo boo. We playing like boo boo. We not.
Mm-hmm.
So we not. Anyway, shout out to us, all four of us, man. It was a collective because we do this shit. And shout out, it's good seeing y'all at the game.
Yeah.
Shit, I literally still got to drink some OT. I think I'll be good by Friday.
Hey, my shit fucked up.
Yeah, man. Y'all fill up. Like the video, man. Tell your friends. Tell your mom, your pa, your everybody, man. Tell everybody, man. Tell everybody we here, man. Falcons country.
Let's ride.
I can't do it.
One time
Shout
for the
out,
fan.
man. Shout out to all the
Chase is in the chat.
shout out to all the supporters, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the comment section. Shout out to the coach for a great game plan Sunday. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the podcast. Y'all keep us going, dog. Keep on with the views. We really appreciate it. Shout out Jack for starting this thing.
Got this
And
thing rolling, man.
Sweeping my floor immaculately. I appreciate it. My face in this shit.
Yeah, shout out to you, Jack, man. Shout out to them tickets for Sunday. I never been to Mount Everest, but I'm not scared anymore because those tickets you gave me were higher.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, yeah. You said you had a hard day at work. I'll send you some trash bags in the mail.
Well, you know, Boo Man, I tried to get you the good seats, but once your card declined, I realized I might just go ahead and just use the had a little gift card somebody gave me in during COVID, so decided to use it today. But yeah, man, one time for the fan. Glad everybody's in here. Shout out to everybody who tuned in to my esports stream last night and watched our team get smacked around in Division 1 because motherfuckers don't like to practice. They like to show up and just go out there and think they can get the shit done. But hey, guess what? We're gonna play again tonight. We got a couple matches coming up, but yeah, we're in the fight for 1,700 in one league, and then we're in the fight for like 1,500 in another league. So it is what it is. Esports back. That's where I am. You know, outside of the podcast and the family and the Falcons, you know, I love to play my esports. So Chase, Boo Man, Bodie, glad that you guys are here. Please come on back Monday night so that we can talk some Falcons football. Bodie, I know you'll be here. Chase, I know you'll be here. Boo Man, we'll work on see if we can get you off. Otherwise than that, one time for the fan is taking off, and we're doing great things here. From Chase to Boo Man to Bodie, I want everybody just to be, you know, a part of it. So if it's your first time here, hit that like button. If you've been here since day one, you know, keep rocking with us. But we got to bring a lot of content to y'all this year, and we got some great news to tell y'all at the end of the year. I don't want to fast forward straight to December or January, but man, we're working on some things right now. So please be prepared for what's getting ready to come up with one time for the fan, so that way we all can be repping the Falcons together. Yes. So shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. Shout out to everybody, all the coaches, all the staff, everybody who's preparing for this week to go up there and beat the Bengals. We will be there this weekend in Cincinnati. So look for the picture, look for some videos. And we're going to give the Bengals fans hell on Sunday. So be prepared for that. Ryan, if you're going to the game, you want to meet up, let me know. I think Jeff Howell from Cincinnati PTP's podcast had to give him a call and chop it up with him, see if we can get him out there either for the tailgate or whatever we do. Because it's good going to some of these cities and then meeting up with some of the podcasters that you had on the show. So
yeah,
that's what we do here at One Time for the Fan. We're fans. You're a fan. We're a fan. We're all fans. And we're chasing this ring, and it looks like the way this team is rebuilding and the direction that they're going, it'll be here soon. It'll be here real soon, Falcon fans. So, yep. One time for the Atlanta Falcons, one time for Terry Fontenot, one time for Arthur Smith, one time for Bodie, Boo Man, and Chase. And what's your name again? A full name. Desmond. One time for Desmond. And once again, one time for everybody who's supporting the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Keep telling your Falcons friends. Keep telling your Falcons family. You know, we're here talking about Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. right here on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Twitter, wherever you catch your one time for the fans. So, Chase, Boo Man, Bodie, we up out of here, man. One time for the fan. Talk to y'all Monday night. Falcons should be 4-3.
One time for
Oh,
them trash days.
Yes, sir.
I'll actually talk to you in about 30
Birthday.
minutes. You left your ladder.
shit. Hey, wait a minute.
You gonna have to ride over there and get your ladder.
No, I see somebody in this Falcon group saying they left their red Falcon starter coat at the game on Sunday, section 109. Booman, where'd you find that jacket from? Oh shit, we still live? Hey, one time for the fan. We up out of here, y'all. Talk to y'all on Monday.
Peace.
It's got that.